Greetings, Woodland Middle School family. Welcome to another edition of the Wolverine Weekly. As we get started, I want to begin by saying we have our benchmark testing training tomorrow for all core area teachers, with the exception of our ELA teachers. Please refer to the email sent out by Ms. Melton for the times to report to the data room. Tomorrow also, grades are due to be uploaded. Please upload all grades by the end of the day tomorrow. Grade verifications will go out on Tuesday. Also on Tuesday, we're going to have our student data sheet discussion with our teachers. Now, we talked about student data sheets some time ago. We wanted to tweak it a lot, do a lot of tweaks with our student data sheets, and finally we have a product that we think is very functional for our students and our staff. Now, we're going to give these out to our students, as you can see, on the 15th, which is on Thursday. But on Tuesday, and I know this is instructional planning, we will get this time back to you on Thursday. Thursday will be instructional planning this week. On Tuesday, we will have our meeting with our teachers during our PLC time. So we'll basically go into our PLCs on Tuesday and talk about these data sheets and the advisement on how we're going to advise students on how to use these data sheets, and also what information we need to add to the data sheets, how the information will be added, those systematic things that need to take place. It is a very important process in the life of Woodland Middle School, again, and just making sure our students know where they stand, know where they've been, know where they're going, know what their goals are. And again, I appreciate you all being flexible. So that will be this Tuesday. And again, instructional planner, personal instructional planner will move to Thursday this week. Additionally, we'll give you some additional time on Friday. I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. All right. On Friday, here we're here. On Friday, I'm going to have a CCRPI professional development. Please bring your laptops to this sessions. The connections teachers will come during the RTI block. Again, on Friday, we're going to have a PD on CCRPI. The PD will last longer than 20 minutes. Once you bring your students up for connections, core area teachers, come into the data room. I'll share the information and the updates that I need to share, and it will be 20 minutes, and you'll have the rest of that period for planning. Again, those connections teachers, or all connections teachers, will come during the RTI block to the data center. Again, that will be this Friday. Again, please be on time. It will last no longer than 20 minutes. Also, this week on Friday, we will have our basketball game. It's a makeup game with Hateville. It will be at Hateville. It is a makeup game from an AZ day. Our professional teacher, Teacher of the Year and Professional of the Year will be announced on Friday as well. Again, progress reports will be given out on Friday. Our next AZ release day will be on March the 2nd, 2018. That will be at McNair Middle School. We will have a digital learning day on March the 9th. That is the one that was defined by the district in terms of a makeup day for our students. I will give you more information this week on how that will look, but it will primarily look in terms of more of a traditional package for our students, as our students don't take their devices home. So again, I'll give you more information. Remember, our milestones testing begins on April the 12th, 2018. We have 35 instructional days remaining. So let's stay true to that, stay focused on what we need to do. All right. General announcements. Please remember, again, each state assigned in a Raptor. I want you to please stress extended learning. Our extended learning program begins tomorrow, and I'm going to talk more about that in just a second. But I want you to stress to our students they need to be in extended learning. They need to invest in themselves. It'll be Monday through Thursday as well as Saturday. School-wide discipline. We are seeing the infraction rates go down with the students. We didn't have a very active week, a more active week than I would that I wished for last week. But again, remember, we all own student expectations. Again, continue to reiterate those expectations in the classroom, in the hallways, in transition, making sure that we're saying the same things, speaking the same language. One teacher shouldn't say, you can't have slime, you can't have cell phones, you can't have your hat on, and then you go into the next classroom, and there's slime, there's cell phones, their hats, and so forth. Again, that is the expectation, and the expectation needs to be communicated by all administrators, all teachers as well. Consistency across the board. So I call to accountability every staff member in Woodland Middle School, from the administrators to the teachers to the counselors to the custodians. Everyone has to speak the same language. Again, we all own our culture. Thank you again to those teachers that came out for our 90-day planning session. Again, talking about those specific things about that culture on Friday after the release day. Just a heartfelt thank you for that. So, want to spend more time celebrating one another. So, we actually I came with the idea of this an award ceremony, but I love the people around me who just give it life. Thanks to Ms. McDonald, who's given this whole initiative life. I wanted to do an award ceremony, so she's up the ante and made it into an Oscar award ceremony. We'll be giving specific teachers awards. On Friday, when I meet with you all, I'll give you the ballot for your grade level, and there'll be just several different awards. You can nominate your peers, your grade level peers for those awards, and connections. You'll give your connection teachers those awards, and support staff will have an opportunity to nominate support staff. Just want to spend time celebrating. Again, we deserve to be celebrated. We deserve to celebrate one another. We deserve to celebrate life events. We deserve to celebrate those people who make our job that much easier, and that's the peers that are around us. So again, that will take place. We are having a personalized learning day or online learning day on the 9th. We'll report to Woodland, and then that will be a kind of a luncheon, fun time, some music, and the award ceremony. I'll tell you more about that on Friday. Remember, we want to keep beating the odds, keep focused, keep pushing forward. We have those 7.5 more reasons that our students can achieve. Continue to believe in them. Continue to believe in yourself. Continue to believe that we can and will beat the odds, not just last year, but this year and every year to come. Please pay attention to the weekly communications from our deans that will come out. Our RTI lessons for this week, again, will be on the character behavior on Monday, iReady on Tuesday and Thursday, Redbird on Wednesday and Friday. Again, that is a very important time. So we say that we're going to be engaged in iReady or Redbird. Those students absolutely need to be engaged in iReady and Redbird. They absolutely need to be engaged in iReady and Redbird in those character lessons on Monday. So we don't have any time to waste with our students. We are, I'm about to talk about in a few slides, the extended learning activities or extended learning opportunities. We don't have any time to waste with our students. That's why we do what we do, and we will see the fruits of our labor. All right. Want to spend a little time to talk about public impact or opportunity culture. Some people are very familiar with this and some people are not, so I want to spend more time communicating that. We have 4 teachers that are what we call expanded impact teachers. An opportunity culture, again, it expands the reach of excellent teachers to more students and creates a new cycle of selectivity, opportunity, and higher pay for those teachers who demonstrate growth in the classroom. It's an opportunity to retain good teachers in a leadership role and just to expand their impact. But again, those teachers that demonstrate high growth, and again, that is growth as demonstrated in terms of the student growth on the Georgia Milestones exam. And that's what we're tasked to do. That is our model. That is our unrelenting mission to grow students academically and socially every day. Opportunity Culture focuses on that academic growth. Again, for this year, and I'll talk more about this on Friday, this year, that growth or typical growth is 40%. High growth is at 66%. So again, that's just saying our students are growing more than 40% of their peers or more than 66% of their academic peers. And again, that's those Opportunity Culture teachers. We'll continue to add Opportunity Culture teachers, want to add more next year. That's why I'm in kind of promoting this program. Those teachers who demonstrate or continue to demonstrate that high growth want to identify you as EITs and go through that selection process. Again, this is another slide on the EITs. Identifying our current EITs as Ms. Evans, Ms. Lacefield, Ms. Blackman, and Ms. Danielle Davis. And again, they're doing an outstanding job. Want to expand beyond those 4 teachers. Again, it is additional pay, but those teachers take on additional students and or the bottom 10% of students in their respective grade level and subject area. All right, coming up, extended learning program again. It begins tomorrow. It goes through March the 29th. It is Monday through Thursday from 4:30 to 6 and on Saturdays from 8:30 to 12:30. Does it sound like a lot? Yes, but we're asking for a lot from our students for 6 weeks, February 12th through March 29th, 6-week investment into what is their future. And again, I need you all to promote the extended learning program. Thank you for those teachers that have volunteered to be paid to serve. Definitely want to pay them for their services. But again, I know that the money is not the main issue. The issue is growing our students, and I appreciate each and every one of those teachers for that sacrifice. Again, that extended day program starting tomorrow, February 12th through March 29th, Monday through Thursday, 4:30 to 6, Saturday, 8:30 to 12:30. We are feeding the students, we're providing transportations, and we need them there. All right. Moving on, I want to have a series of celebrations. So I want to really, again, focus on celebrating those good things, those high points, those high impact practices that make Woodland Middle School a better place. So this week, we did our No Nonsense Nurturer walks this past week and 2 weeks before that. So I just want to highlight some teachers. I want to highlight Tamika Brown. Tamika Brown, No Nonsense Nurture Award. She is a No Nonsense Nurture star. What happened when we went in Tamika Brown's class? The students were engaged. She was doing some teacher-directed instruction, but it was evident that expectations were set prior to us coming to the room. Students were engaged in that slant activity in terms of slant instructions, and it was just an environment of excellence. That was the same when we visited Ms. Sizemore's class. Ms. Sizemore, was evident that students had a mutual respect for one another, a respect for the teacher. She spoke the language of the no-nonsense nurture, but more importantly, it was evident in her classroom. Skipping over to the other side with Madam Rattrett and Ms. Mosley, same thing. That whole environment spoke to the no-nonsense nurture. Congratulations. Thank you again, Miss Rattrett, Madam Rattrett, and Miss Mosley. I talked to those teachers individually and just kind of thank them for what they do. Angela Marshall, you go into Angela Marshall's class, what makes it special is not only does she demonstrate the precepts of the no-nonsense nurture, but Miss Marshall has a mixed class. She has very low-performing students, traditionally low-performing students, and very traditionally high-performing students, and you can't tell a difference when you go into a class. Again, a mutual respect for all those students in there. Now, coming down, rounding up is Coach Darnellson. Going into this classroom, the team raved about Coach Darnellson and him giving those specific MVP instructions. Those students understood exactly what his expectations were. When they broke into the activities, they knew how to move, their voice level, and their participation. So thank you again, Coach Darnellson. We're going to get some general shout-outs from this week and this past few weeks. Ms. Murray, Coach Darnellson, stellar job coordinating our scoliosis testing. Thank you so much. Ms. Gardner and Ms. Pitts doing an excellent job organizing our wonderful extended learning program. Thank you, Ms. Scott, for organizing our in-house field trip with the Chattahoochee Nature Center. Exposure is everything for our kids. They need to be exposed to various things. That is one of those things that helps them to grow academically and socially. Tiffany Stoney, for being a personalized learning champion, is noted by the district, school administration, and her peers, doing those things that are high engaging levels of personalized learning for our students. And finally, Ms. Blackman, for being a giver with the giver, organizing our in-house field trip with our teacher museum with the giver. Students were engaged in the giver in terms of their novel, and then the giver kind of, the play kind of recap that whole thing. Great job, Ms. Blackman, organizing that for the whole 8th grade team. Thank you once again. Continue with our celebrations. Almost done. Our Fast Bridge Growth Stars. These teachers had the highest growth in the school from our first Fast Bridge assessment to the next Fast Bridge assessments. We're going to give them a shout out. Now I want to give them a shout out and their students a shout out on the intercom. Mr. Lattimore, Miss Bailey, Miss Roberts, Miss Moore, 6th grade math, Miss Marshall again, Miss Lacefield again, our Fast Bridge Growth Stars. Continue to promote growth in our students, continue to promote growth in our students, continue to promote growth in our students academically and socially. Remember this slide here, we have 35 days remaining to the Georgia milestones. This week we don't have any birthdays, but I want to say happy birthday to all of our family and friends. Continue to celebrate one another, continue to celebrate life events. Woodland Middle School family, as always, I appreciate everything that you do. I know it's a little longer this week, but I really wanted to spend time highlighting those teachers for doing a great job. Continue to celebrate one another, and we look forward to another outstanding week.